Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. Time for supper. So we are going to make a special request tonight, and like my son said, he goes, I don't really hear of it in any other states, and maybe that's why they call it the Michigan Olive Burger. It started with Kewpies years and years ago down in Flint, and we still have a Kewpies here in Lansing downtown. And so the recipe I'm using is not the one that she sent me. I'm actually going between two different restaurants, Kewpies and our local restaurant, Olympic Broil. And they are like one of the top 5 in the state for their olive burgers, so we're going to follow along with what they do too. So the first thing we want is some French fries to go with that. So I'm going to get these put in the oven. My burgers are not quite all the way thawed out, but we'll make it work. Alright, so we're just going to put those in a 425 oven. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make the sauce. And the sauce has to be chilled. So we're going to get that done first. Let me get a spoon out of here. Alright, so you're going to take up your sliced green olives. If you want to put them into smaller chunks, you can. I'm going to leave them just like this. Then you're going to add mayo. I don't know anything about if you can use, you know, Miracle Whip or anything. Everything says mayo. Now, hers that she sent me showed a lot of different stuff that you can add to it. But basically, from what I'm taking going online, the ones here in Michigan basically are like I'm going to make right now. You can add a bunch of other stuff to it too if you want, but I'm going to do it the way that I think our restaurants around here do. Now you want a little bit of brine added to that. And you want to get that stirred together. Now you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. Up here, I've never been to Kewpies. I've never had, honestly, I've never had an olive burger. Tom has never had an olive burger because he doesn't like green olives. But because of the request, we both decided that we'll give it a try. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator so it can firm up a little bit. Okay, so now that I can make more room on my countertop, I'm going to actually put these on the pan. I'm not going to toast them quite yet. Now, at Olympic Broil, they have a machine that spits through your burgers. So they're frame broiled and then flame broiled. And then they also do that with the buns. So they're pretty good toasted that way. Alright, so the next thing we need is, we need to start these burgers because, well, they're not thawed out all the way. In my burgers, I had someone that say they don't look like Whoppers because my burgers are thicker. And you go to a restaurant, they're not going to be as thick. They're going to be thin, and that's just how it is. We're going to get those started. Now normally you guys know I'd like to use my hamburger spice, but with this, same as like with the Big Macs, or Whoppers, I'm sorry. The only thing that they want on there is salt and pepper. Our Olympic Broil actually used to be like a car hop. Now, after COVID happened, they have a drive-through, and they just opened back up the inside this year, actually. So it's been closed down for quite a while. They have humdingers. They have all different kinds of things. It's just absolutely a wonderful place. We used to stop there on the way home when we were kids from junior high, and all of us girls would pitch in together, and we'd get a large fry, and we'd sit around the table and eat them all. They still sell those large fries. And they have onion rings that are amazing, and they have mushrooms. They have coney dogs. They have chicken strips, you guys, that just, they are so good. But even that, you know, like on a weekend, if me and Tom are hungry, we'll go split one, a chicken strip, because like I say, we don't eat much on the weekends during the day. But it's up to almost $11 for that. And like their fish special, well, that's up to $15. So it really has gone up a lot. And you know, like I took my son out to lunch today for taking me to go get my car and everything. It was nothing to drop 45 bucks. It's just crazy. So I got my brakes done today. And yeah. So we thought it was going to be, the other part had to be replaced, which my neighbor did that. And the guy said he did a good job, so that was great. And, excuse me, they thought that it was the shock that was bad. And they were just going to replace both shocks. Well, excuse me, it's called a spindle. It's not dangerous, but it will get louder and louder and louder, and it's already irritating. So, yeah. And I've never had the flushes done on it because that hole inside's turning brown, so we'll get rid of that so it doesn't ruin the rest of the lettuce. And so I asked them today, yeah, we've been saving up for stuff, but the 2 brake jobs and that one thing cost us $2 grand. And then the flushes and this other part to be done is another $2,000. So, been a bit stressed out over this, like, you know, this last weekend. And I told the guy at the dealership, actually, I said, well, to do these flushes, does it come with an oil change? And he said, yeah. And I go, well, that's something I have to get done soon anyway, so I don't know. It might be a while before all that gets done. You know how you put off the things that are not necessary to get the things necessary done. That's just how it works. So someone also asked, could I put a banner in on advertising for my cookbook? And I can't find how to do that. So if anybody knows how to put like something in there that says to do, you know, you can order the cookbook, let me know. I'm not sure. I'm just not techie. I don't even know how to, you know, cut out things out of my video or nothing else either. So yeah, that's how that works. So anyway, I'm gonna let these hamburgers cook, and then I will be back and we're gonna make us some olive burgers. Alright, so the burgers are about 3/4 of the way done, and so are the fries. So I'm going to put the buns in the oven to get toasted. We're getting on a roll, you guys. We're getting on a roll. I'm kind of excited. My kids and my ex-husband absolutely love olive burgers, so I'm hoping that me and Tom will too. So I know I told my son today, I said, I'm going to make olive burgers. I've never had one. He goes, you've never had an olive burger? And then he was telling me how you go to these other states and they don't have them available. It shows on this map, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Flint. That's what it shows. So we'll see how these work out. Alright, so now some recipes show it, some do not. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Swiss cheese on the top of each burger. You know, if you ever have a special request or something and you want me to try something, you know, just let me know. Maybe it's something I can do. Maybe it's something that, you know, I can't do or can't afford, but, or it's something we just absolutely hate, which, well, Tom, if you noticed the other day when I added olives to that salad, he picked them out. So, yeah. Yeah, so, you know, if it's something that we don't mind trying or give it a try, we don't mind. And it gives me ideas, you know. Alright. So this is close enough to being melted. We don't want the video to go on for 2 hours or anything like that. These look good already. Let me put you down here. You don't need my mug. There we go. Now, you're going to put on your olive sauce is what they call it. And that you can put as much or as little as you want on there. And this is going to be a messy burger. Guaranteed. Yeah, there's some other ones that you put cream cheese and everything else in it, but all the ones that I read from around here, it's just basically mayo, juice, or the brine, and just the olives. So if we're going to do a true Michigan olive burger, they have a place up north too that does these, I guess. And I seen somebody do a review on them, and they said they didn't like olives at all. And they really liked it too, so I'm hoping that that'll be the case for me and Tom. I love olives, so I don't have a problem with it. I just thought the sauce had a whole lot more than just mayo in it. And I think that's probably why I've never tasted it. And they have double olive burgers up here too, actually. Alright. Now, not all of them say to put lettuce and tomato either. But we're going to put lettuce and tomato on there. Some say to do it, some say not to. So you make your choice. I was going to put more than one tomato on there, but I don't want it so big that we can't take a bite of it. Or that it just completely falls apart. And then we're going to put some lettuce on it. Just like so. And let's put the tops on them. Oops. So I'm sure as soon as we bite into them, they're going to be messy. All right. So there we go, a Michigan olive burger. So when Tom gets close, I'll plate him up, and we're going to give him a try. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
So there's Tom's, 2 of them with his fries.
Not messy so far. Oh, there's the mess.
So what do you think?
That's really good.
Even though it's got olives in it?
Even though it's got olives in it.
Well, I watched a video today and it showed these people that hate olives too, but they're like, it isn't bad when you put all the other stuff with it.
Right.
They got one from that little tiny hamburger stand up there in Claire?
Yeah.
They got one up there. So what do you think? You think we both were wrong on olive burgers now?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Too bad, man. That place here in Gladwin, that restaurant there had a nice olive burger too.
Oh, yeah?
Nate ordered that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I forgot Nate liked them too. Well, I guess we can join with our kids now then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mowing it down pretty good. Must be it is tasty. I haven't tasted mine yet. Oh, Belle wants to. She smells
stared at.
hamburger. All right, so you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.